Getting forgiveness for nursing school loans used to be almost irrelevant because the cost of becoming an RN was just dirt cheap. Now you, of course, have these transitions to having to get your bachelor's degree to get your BSN instead of just being able to go get an LPN. And also there's transitions to NPs having provider status. And NPs, the standard of that is becoming really getting your DNP. So if you're a nurse and you've got a lot of student loan debt from nursing school, how can you not pay all of it back with the principal plus interest that you'd normally be expected to pay? Because nursing school is just way more expensive than it used to be. My mom actually was a nurse, and she was a nurse for many years. And her employer gave her money to get her bachelor's in nursing, and it was dirt cheap for the employer to do that. Nowadays, you might get some assistance from your employer, but it might only be a few $1,000s a year or something along those lines. Now, if you have a lot of nursing school debt, over 100,000, you probably went to an accelerated nursing program, which are popping up like crazy. It's just amazing how many of them have opened up recently. But that is something that you probably need to get forgiven, because that's a significant amount if if you have over 6 figures of student loan debt as just a floor nurse. So if that's the case, you need to work for a 501c3 hospital or a government employer like the VA, and you need to work full-time for 10 years while paying based on your income. And if you do that, then you'll be able to submit PSLF certification forms every year, and then after the first one, you can do them all online, and then that'll have your loans be transferred to Fed Loan Servicing. And what that program is called is the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. And really, the majority of the nursing profession should pretty easily qualify for public service loan forgiveness. And a lot of people think, well, how much debt do I have to benefit? Honestly, if you have more than 40,000 of student loan debt, you might really benefit a lot from going for the PSLF program instead of trying to pay it off with a private refinancing or trying to just pay it down, like a lot of people say, to pay down your student loan debt. I'll say that nurse practitioners, I've seen a little bit more of an interesting dynamic where, either you'll be making a pretty solid income and you'll be able to pay your debt off pretty quickly, or your debt to income ratio might be like 1-to-1 and you're trying to figure out what to do. Is it worth it to go for loan forgiveness even though I'm working for a hospital system? I'll say in general, you can say that if you have 2/3 of your income in debt or more, then it's a good idea to go for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. A lot of times nurses will ask me about Perkins loan cancellation, because that's one of the common warnings that you get if you're going to consolidate Perkins loans or you're going to do something in Perkins loans. They say, beware, you'll lose cancellation of Perkins loans if you're, in specific kind of situations as a nurse. Honestly, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program in many cases is better than anything else out there. Now, there's some exceptions to that, but really that's the program that nurses should really know about. Now, you might have special programs in your state specifically for nurses that are trying to get student loan forgiveness. So you should definitely search those online and see what kind of options are out there. But in general, people should be utilizing the forgiveness options available under the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. If you need to reach out to us, just reach out at help@studentloanplanner.com. We'd love to be of assistance.